Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Telcoin, aka TEL. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So, as we get closer and closer and closer to the major moves happening in this space for all altcoins, I do think that it's crucial to focus on ones that are not moving as heavy. And right now, Telcoin, after having a lovely pump to the upside, if we go back to the 1 year span, here we have it basically bottoming out in October, having that nice run up to the top. Everyone was asking me, where can I get Telcoin? Where can I get Telcoin? I always say, be cautious, right? When you have something move like this, there is most likely going to be a pullback. Now, the level that we were pulling back to right before the exploit, this was a great time to be looking into it because it was a support zone. But once we lost it, we looked for the next area. And that next area was actually the bottom back in June before, of course, we had a nice impulsive move to the upside in July. And then, of course, the downtrend started all the way into October. But as we look at Telcoin today, right, I always note the prior all-time high, right? And that's the all-time high going all the way back to 2021's run. Telcoin did absolute massive numbers. I still believe that Telcoin could hit 10, 20, 30, 40, even possibly 50x returns going into this next cycle. I've been very conservative with my price targets. I'm looking at 10 to 15 cents for Telcoin. I think that we could definitely see that. And the reason why is because of how the team has been building and even how they address the issue, right? With the wallet exploit, which we will go over here in a second. They are committed to the overall goal here. And we're going to go over it. We're going to do a full deep dive into a few things around Telcoin that a lot of people probably don't even know about. So first and foremost, the price, right? It happened on Christmas practically. It was a holiday and we got a massive $1.2 million exploit related to a wallet implementation on Polygon. Affected user balances will be restored as no private keys were stolen in the exploit, developer said. So we're still waiting on that. I believe that a few wallets have already been made whole, but we are still watching and waiting for the team to fully update us. Friday is when we get the next major update from them, as you guys probably are already aware if you guys do follow them over on X. Update number 4 on Telcoin security incident. The audit is well underway and we will provide another update upon its completion, which is expected on Friday. So pay attention to what is happening today because we will most likely get a major update today. I'm still waiting. I've been watching and waiting for it, but at the current moment in time, it is not live. So if you guys are watching this, go check out their X account and see if there is an update. I will be watching for it as well, and I will probably comment on it over on X. But outside of that, we will get more information today on the full audit and the completion of this incident and how they handled it. And like I said, they handled this perfectly. They addressed it immediately and as soon as possible. So I have to give it to the team for doing that, which also shows you confidence around the team. But I said this over on X. I said, want to win big in this next cycle. Focus on the projects that improved greatly since the last bull run. New all-time highs are not guaranteed, but they could retest close to them at least. One of the biggest plays I've accumulated, which I told you guys about, I bought like over 3 million TEL, and I do have a lot more, but one of the biggest plays I have accumulated is TEL, due to them improving massively since the previous bull run. If you haven't looked into TEL yet, I really think you should, and do a deep dive as well. There is so much information to uncover. I might even do a full deep dive and upload it as well. And welcome to the deep dive. That's why this video is as long as it is. Digital asset bank, mobile banking, mass adoption of DeFi, and so much more. Keep this one on your watch list. Now, let's look into a few things. So first and foremost, Telcoin enters EU with digital asset deposits and withdrawals in Lithuania. They have been fully focused on becoming a significant piece of the digital asset space. Like I said, banking the unbanked, providing services to those that don't actually have access. It's so crucial. But also mass adoption of digital assets. How do we achieve it? On and off ramps. It is crucial to mention this as well. Now, When we look into this announcement, we could actually see that they are excited to extend digital asset rails into Europe. Again, this is why I say mass adoption is happening through these on and off ramps. And these are essentially those digital rails that are put in place. Telcoin strongly believes that the self-custodial nature of DeFi is better for consumers when implemented properly and connected to traditional finance in a regulated manner. In fact, we believe that DeFi has an even greater capacity to satisfy regulatory goals than the traditional financial sector. And on top of this, right, like this was a huge move into the EU region. We could even see some of the background behind Telcoin app and how it has the best-in-class digital remittances from the US to Canada to 16 countries and counting. And they have been making a lot of moves this entire year. Like I said, this goes all the way back to April. But also, they do mention Telcoin notably supported the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act to create digital asset depository institutions for state-chartered banks, which was signed into law in May of 2021, which we will go over here in a second. Now, also on par with this, April of 2022, going back roughly almost 2 years, Telcoin now connects any US bank account to DeFi trading in updated mobile app. Again, another big move, right? All of this is crucial. This is all on par with mass adoption of DeFi and allowing individuals to actually become their own bank technically. But there's a lot going on here, right? And also they do provide us some screenshots of the app. This is how the app actually looks. Very clean UI, very notable for Web 2 users as well. Like this is actually very comfortable for anyone that is coming from the Web 2 space. They are aware of how this looks. They are aware of how this all works as well. It's nothing like new. There's no big step that you need to take to set up a full-on wallet or anything like that. The wallet is already there. You do get, when you're signing up, you have to go through like the KYC process and stuff like that. But that's like the only big obstacle. But outside of that, you do get your own private keys, stuff like that. But it's a very clean UI. It's a very clean app and stuff like that. It's one of, in my opinion, the cleaner UIs that are out there for these wallet applications. And it's because of how long Telcoin has been around. Now, again, full transparency, no, I'm not being sponsored or paid for at all by Telcoin. They're not incentivizing any of these videos. I'm talking about it because I do believe that Telcoin is at the forefront of what I've been talking about with even Alchemy Pay, Stellar with XLM. All of this is crucial. GSMA. Telcoin is the first telecom-focused cryptocurrency distributed in partnership with GSMA network operators to mobile subscribers globally. Our central mission is financial inclusion, empowering a broad spectrum of mobile users with expanded access to the global financial system of the future. And this one is big because this is with or without a bank account. And Telcoin is utilized by anyone. It can be utilized by anyone as well. And the crucial thing to focus on here is banking anyone through a mobile phone. Why am I bringing up GSMA? Unifying the mobile ecosystem and related industries. We unite over 1,000 mobile operators and businesses across the ecosystem and related industries to advance innovation and reduce inequalities around the world. And for those out there that are not aware, these are MNOs, right? And they are the ones that have a significant percentage of the Telcoin supply because they actually power the network. They are the leaders behind Telcoin. And we actually see their role. The GSMA is a global organization unifying the mobile ecosystem to discover, develop, and deliver innovation foundational to positive business environments and societal change. Our vision is to unlock the full power of connectivity so that people, industry, and society thrive. Now, here's a few images. Now, I circled some of the big players that everyone is probably aware of. Now, there's some other great ones on here, like Telefonica, Vivacom, stuff like that. But Verizon is one of the largest members on here. Also, you have T-Mobile. I'm sure that everyone is aware of T-Mobile. And then those are the only two that I really kind of found. I was looking for Sprint. Sprint's not on there, but there's a ton of other mobile companies on here. I mean, it's A through Z. You guys can go check these out. The membership of the GSMA is massive. Like I said, they have over 1,000 mobile operators, and they are trying to bank all of the users here that are mobile phone users without or with a bank account, all with Telcoin. Now, over here on another slide, we actually have who are we? And this is from Telcoin's website. Telcoin was the first blockchain company to become a GSMA associate member in 2018. They are registered as a major payment institution in Singapore and a money services business in the US, Canada, and Australia. They also recently established a fully registered VASP in Lithuania, enabling us to offer cryptocurrency services to all EU residents. Involved in drafting the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act, which was signed into law in 2021, opening the door for a Fed-chartered digital asset bank that can serve consumers. Now, everyone is under the impression that Telcoin is becoming that digital asset bank. And it's all because of the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act, which we will go over here in a second. But why is this significant to mention now? Well, first off, I want to mention all of the areas that Telcoin is registered as a major payment institution or even has money services businesses set up. And the reason why is because these are significant areas that have massive amounts of mobile phone users in the billions. In my opinion, things like Telcoin are a gateway to mass adoption, especially when you have something like this UI that is very, very comfortable for the Web 2 user to get used to. They are aware of how it works, how it looks, because it looks like PayPal, it looks like Venmo, it looks like Cash App. It's crucial to mention this because right now, banks and fintechs are at the point of moving towards open banking. For example, here we have banks and fintechs unload on the CFPB's open banking plan. This was January 4th. Discussions around open banking is getting very, very interesting, and it's getting very significant now. But also, we know that back in November, Hedera was a big player with open banking with Bank Social, which we did mention on the channel. Open banking is now a spotlighted trend. It's a big deal. And it's been a big deal for a while, but now we're starting to see the discussions and the moves accelerated. Their next phase here is in Q1 of 2024. This is talking about integration and even adoption. Now, they are not going to be the only player. There's going to be a lot of them. In my opinion, Telcoin will definitely be one of them. With everything that we have seen from Telcoin this year, last year, the year before, going even back to 2021, they have absolutely been killing it. Also, here we have from Crypto Cribs, MNO doesn't need to establish a payment bank. These are all of those big players. Again, this is with the GSMA, meaning Telcoin is the digital bank. Technically speaking, yes, they are. Note, 40% of the TEL supply has been set apart for these MNOs. Now, again, I don't think it's about 40%. I would argue that's maybe like 20 to 30%. We don't know a specific percentage, but this is offering a complete DeFi package within the app that will make the TEL token super attractive. Here you actually have the screenshot, stablecoin remittances, goal, boost MNO revenue while offering a superior remittance product. And again, you can even see the cost itself here. And we could also see MNO doesn't need to establish a payment bank. That is because they want to become a digital asset bank. We have it going over here all the way back to 2021. Telcoin drafted crypto banking legislation signed into law in Nebraska. This was a big move. And it probably, like outside of this didn't really cause much price action at all because Telcoin was already topped at this point. It topped in the middle of May. We got the announcement on the 21st. And again, you can see that this is when the market just kind of went down. It marked the top for most altcoins, like even Dogecoin, XRP, you name it. It was right around like the April to May timeframe. But again, we're not looking at price action here. We're looking at fundamentals. And this is a big one because, again, this is an actual bill that got signed into law, at least in Nebraska. But then also, we got this. Telcoin Bank, a digital asset bank. This is active. And we have the date filed, November 8th, 2023. And this could definitely be something to look into and watch. Again, we have no confirmation that this is fully approved or anything, but this is definitely something to watch. Because if Telcoin is becoming a digital asset bank, which it makes sense, right? They're banking individuals through their mobile app, then this is going to get very interesting very, very fast for Telcoin, especially when we look at the market cap for this thing and it's still sub $100 million. Fully diluted, it's still sub $150 million. But also look at the team, right? Patrick Gerhardt, he is the president of the Nebraska banking operations, full time. He just got hired over 7 months ago, and this is in Nebraska. His background is very substantial in the financial and the banking sector. For example, at the Bank of Newman Grove, he was the president and also even the vice president. And this was 7 years and 3 months. Also, Pinnacle Bank, personal banker. Then at the bottom, we do have some other areas that he was working in, for an example, like the U.S. Senate and stuff like that. But these are not too significant. I'm more so focused on the financial ones and the banking ones. Then also, here we have from, again, Telcoin, the chief commercial officer and executive member of the board of directors, 2 years and 3 months. MasterCard for 6 years and 4 months. And he was the head of merchant distribution, fintech, and digital partnership sales, also the head of partnerships and business development, and then also information services. Prior to that, there's a few other ones as well. He has 16 roles, and you can look at all of these if you guys do want. But again, I'm just more so focused on MasterCard being a significant one with his substantial background and expertise within a few of these major divisions. Very significant to mention. Again, these are individuals that are not leaving roles to go join Telcoin because they think that it might be a success. No, they are very aware of what Telcoin is becoming and the significance behind it. And then last but not least, we have the vice president at banking operations with Telcoin, 3 years, 6 months. Now, the only background that we actually have here is more so trading and stuff like that, but also financial advisor at Morgan Stanley for about roughly 1 year and 8 months. But I still want to mention this because, again, it is a background with expertise and experience within some of these areas. But at the end of the day, we could see that this is all fully focused on banking, financial, stuff like that. And it all leads me back to the digital asset bank. If this is really going to become a digital asset bank, we have DeFi services, we have banking retail individuals, combined with major MNOs and now stablecoin initiatives on the platform, this could get very interesting very fast. Like I said, the Telcoin ecosystem only continues to grow. They are absolutely killing it. This is why I say, when we look at this opportunity, or if you want to call it this major incident, right? It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to buy this thing at a significant level that is extremely undervalued in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.